Welcome back to Oberschwaben, episode number 4 on Farming Simulator 25. One thing I forgot to do in the last episode, because I got so excited about selling all the other stuff and got distracted by the Skoda, was sell the baler. Because I went and bought a baler, but didn't sell the baler that we already had. So let's get rid of this one, because it's worth a pretty penny, and that will seriously help our funding situation, being at just £2,000. So it doesn't need anything really. I mean, we can repaint it for 285 quid, so why not? And we can now sell that for 107,000, which is rather nice. Goodbye. Off it goes. I'm got a couple of games on the go at the moment, so I'm just trying to make sure. No, we haven't got a loan. So 100 grand in the bank. Basically, when you look at the map at the moment, I've remembered now to zoom you all out and put all the settings back on as well. So we should have all the displays on and back at 75 on the heads up. So when we have a little look at our map, where are we here? So bought this field originally to add to the other fields that we had. So we've got this one, this one, this one, this one. Why do I always miss one? Always 1, 2, 3, 4. This one down there. That little dinker. Right. So we are fully. Oh, we haven't fertilized any of these yet, have we? That's right. But we have ploughed them all, limed them all. So they're all good for that. They just need a state of fertilizer state. However, I'm hoping. What have we got in terms of a seeder planter? Ooh, so just seed. So we do need to. So we could probably fertilize at the same time that we seed. Or we plant, I should say. And then we could maybe then do a second state the following month. So that's not a major drama. We're still in August, just about. What I need to do is, if I jump across to the Landini. Now, I'm a bit worried because I don't know if that farm, the cow barn, will accept a bale. So, just in case, I'm going to do a run with the forage wagon, just so we've got some straw to get started. To put in there, so because at the moment we haven't got anything to I mean, we could use the feed mix, I guess, but just saves on a bit of kind of messing about, really. We'll just do a quick hit with this, and at least then they've got some straw bedding sorted, and we don't have to mess around anymore. Quite annoying that it missed that little bit. Not great for my OCD, that, but hey ho. So where are we now? Real time, Sunday the 13th of April, recording this. Hoping this will come out to you guys this Thursday. So this week I'm away with work on a basically residential course. I've made the decision to, because I think the rooms that we've got are going to have a telly, I'm going to be crazy, and I'm going to do something I never thought I'd do. I'm going to not only take my PlayStation, that's a shay, that's an absolute given. I was going to say shay given then. I grew up saying that as a football fan, and shay given being the Newcastle goalie, so if it's a given, it's a shay. Yeah, I'm going to not only take my PlayStation, I'm actually going to take the mini Mac, basically my Mac Mini, whatever you want to call it. I can't remember what it's called, which way around I call it now. So that I can try and do some like editing and stuff in the nights. It shouldn't be too tricky a course, and I generally do most of my editing sort of after 9 o'clock when the family are settling down for the night, and I have an extra kind of, I just basically put an hour or two to myself to get stuff done. So I'm thinking I'll just take it, and I'll take a monitor, and then I can set it up. That'll do. Yeah, I could then set it up in the hotel room, and then in the evenings, as long as the Wi-Fi is good enough and stuff, then I should be able to do some recording, or well, editing. Probably won't do any recording. I'm going to be a bit naughty. I'm going to bump it over the lump over here. Yeah, I'm going to take it with me so I can do the editing. And then hopefully that'll... Because otherwise I'd really struggle. Because like I say, I'm recording this now. But you guys wouldn't see it. Because I wouldn't have enough time tonight to edit it ready for it to go out on Thursday. There's just no way I could have done that. Same with the Riverbend episode. This one, again, lots of editing required. So yeah, I just don't see me being able to do that. Which side do I put this in then? I wonder, do we put it on the front? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. I'm guessing we would put it in the front there. I think that's the trigger for it, isn't it? Let's have a little look skis. Past the milk trigger, and this should be. I mean, I know it sometimes doubles up as a bit of everything, doesn't it? Right, you're gonna let me. No, it doesn't like that. Straw is not accepted here. Fair enough. So, do we... We can't be in there. You watch now. It's only going to accept bales or something ridiculous like that. What am I not seeing here then? Can't be into the loft. No, I've driven really badly. I'm not going to make my own turn. So let's come back around this way then. Let's see if we can't back it in over here. Always fun with the new maps, and I've never been very good at figuring this stuff out. I've got to be honest. So that's their feed. So, oh, look at that. So where are you going to go then from there? Well, you're hitting that trigger, I guess. And you're going to fill that up. Okay. Fair enough. Let's have a little look here. What you... Hello. Hello. So, you haven't got any food at the moment either, have you? Gosh. Right, okay. Can I not find the info trigger on there anywhere? Where are the triggers on this place? On, lights and off. Right, okay. Well, that's at least something. I'll just leave that there. You know, let's leave it away a little bit more by there. Thank you. So we're going to do the balers now and just see what that works like. We won't be able to pick up the bales because this isn't part of the pack, I don't think, is it? I think I've gone for the... I can't remember. I'm sure I went for the mod baler that's just got that ever so slightly wider pickup. Right, so where are we here? Unfold the baler. Automatic drop is on. We said bale counter. Can we not change the size of this? Am I not seeing it? Bale counter, lower pickup, turn on baler. Bale counter. Change speed. Does it only do one size, this one? Am I being a moron? Probably am being a moron. I don't know why I say it like that. Oh, it does. It just does the 125s, doesn't it? It does the small bales. Ah, maybe I shouldn't have bought this. Hey ho. Yep, we'd have to actually drop it, mate. Come on, mates. Wake up, mate. You're better than this. Wake up. There we go. Getting somewhere now. So the question is, if I can, what do we do with those fields now that we've got? Do we go with grass and just try and make some money to start with? Do we put some crop in the ground? Kind of a bit torn on it. You know, same old, innit? I don't want to kind of repeat the same things over and over again, but I guess to an extent that's what this game is a little bit. Simple crops, more complicated crops. Tough call. Don't know. 109,000 in the bank. Two seconds. I just want to have a little look at, because what are the costings around? See the fields around here. The price of land really isn't all that expensive, to be fair. It's very, you know, very cheap land. So what we should really be doing is probably buying that one and maybe that one. 27, 34. So, you know, not particularly expensive. The question is, both fertilized, neither need ploughing, both need lime. And actually good to go since the update. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, yeah, that's max height, isn't it? I think. Well, it's got another growth state to go in it, is it? Because that's what I used to do. You match it up with the verge. Yeah, I'm sure that's it's on its max height. 82% on that one. 82% on that one. I think, because we've got the equipment to deal with it, with the mower. We got a front mower for the Sams? Some else I should say. I don't think we have we? We could lease a front just to make our lives a little bit easier. And that way then we can do our grass for silage, make some hay. Or do we just buy one big field? I'm going to give that a bit of thought whilst we continue to... Oops. Continue to get the baling done. What else have we got to talk about today? A few things. So, a couple of you know in the Discord server, bless you, thank you for the support and the faith that you've shown in me and the sort of like loyalty and things like that. I honestly, it means so much to me. I've really kind of mentally struggled with the whole thing. It feels really strange having like a subscription setup for membership. I don't know. I can't explain it. It's a really strange feeling because I then get really worried that I'm not providing, value for money for you guys, basically, and that's so important to me. But then I've seen a couple of people jump onto the Discord, obviously see that it's kind of behind the paywall as such, and then leave straight away. And I get it. I totally get it. Not everyone's gonna want to like join and pay monthly to access it, and I do understand that. And I've no issues with that whatsoever. I just want to make sure that people understand that it's not I'm not doing it for a financial thing. I'm doing it solely because I want to make sure that the people that are in there really want to be in there, and it allows me to grow the channel with a bit more control. And yeah, okay, it's gonna be slower. The growth of the channel is definitely going to be slower because of it, but it should be better. In my mind, it should be better because you guys that are there want to be there. So if you do want to join and it's something you think you want to get involved with, just straight up access to the Discord server. Everything at the moment is through Ko-fi, ko-fi. All the details are in the description of the video and also on the end of all the videos that I post. Head over there, subscribe. It's £2 a month basically for the Discord access. That'll get you into the Simster access, and then the OG Simsters, that's £5 a month, gets you the additional chat rooms. You get mentioned then on Riverbend Springs in the newspaper, so that newspaper changes this week. So anyone who's signed up to Ko-fi will be on there now from this week, so they wouldn't have been necessarily been on the episode that came out a couple of days ago, on yesterday, on the 12th, because that was obviously edited before we started doing the Discord stuff, or making it public at least. And you also get like a lot of more involvement in terms of like influence on the channel and the episodes and stuff. For example, I'm asking for people to name the 2 new red Massey Fergusons on in the Riverbend series, and I'll pick my sort of 2 favourites out of that. In the future, it'll be a lot more around if we do channel votes and things to see which way, like if I give you guys three options as to something that's going to happen, you guys can choose which of those you want. So if that sounds like something you want to be involved with, if you've been here from the start and you can spare the couple of quid a month or the £5 a month, because it is a big ask. I know that it's £60 a year you're paying on a membership to a Discord channel. for a Welsh weird who plays Farming Simulator. So I get it, I totally get it. So, you know, there is no pressure. I don't expect it, anyone to sign up. But what I will be doing is putting a lot of the kind of content and interaction through there. I will still engage with you, all of you guys who take the time to comment on here. I can't thank you enough. The kind of the push on the channel at the moment is so positive and it's wicked. I am genuinely really grateful to you all, because it's just great. I love it, and I love when, you know, seeing a comment pop up and the kind things that you say, the likes. It's brilliant. So I think we're running about 1,418 members at the moment, which is, you know, it's crazy. It is absolutely crazy, because not that long ago, you know, I was blown away that we had 100, and it's a matter of months ago. So you know, to be 14, 18 at the moment it just blows my mind. So thank you all of you, and I'm so glad you're enjoying it. I you know, most of you that watch the Riverbend stuff seem to be really enjoying that, and the kind of effort that I'm going to kind of put the stories together and set the episodes up. It was a lot of good fun going out to the Michigan map, and I know in terms of actual geography, the Riverbend map and Michigan are not an hour apart. They're half a world apart, but you know, bit of poetic license, I guess, is the right wording. And it does take a lot of effort on a console. It's an unbelievable amount of effort, to be honest with you, to set these things up. So I do wish I'd really kind of known where I was going with things when I bought the Mini Mac, or the Mac Mini 2 or whatever it's called, because as great a bit of kit as it is for me, it's not a gaming PC. It cost, you know, it didn't cost anywhere near a gaming PC, but I've obviously bought a PS5 Pro since starting doing all this, and I've got that combined. You're probably looking, you know, best part £1.5 easy. Add, you know, could I've added a bit more savings to that, and got a half decent gaming setup for 2.5, maybe, and it could have been a lot easier, but that's the aim of the channel now. That's what your you know, your faith and your trust and your support is going towards. It's not going to anywhere else. I'm not just putting it in my pocket and, you know, going out and having a couple of pints on the weekend to start with. I don't really drink, but yeah, it's all been, I'll just save it up in the account, and we'll just see where we're at then at the end of the year, and go from there. The idea being that, you know, I'm trying to save for a gaming PC, and that'll make it'll improve the channel realistically. Longer term, it'll make the channel better. And it's nothing against the console players. I've been a console player for as long as I can remember. You know, I've never really, I've dipped my toe into the sort of PC gaming, but nowhere near anything sort of like, you know, the last probably 15 years, and certainly modern, where you really need a good setup to play certain games. So yeah, nothing like that. So yeah, it'd be interesting to sort of go back into that arena, and it's like I say, nothing against console players. I'm not getting into that argument of what's better and what's not, etc, etc. It is simply that for content creation, doing on a PC is, it seems from what I can tell, infinitely easier. So right, we've got a tiny little straw bale. I don't think, can I, is it got to be over half to get this bale out? Oh, I'm not paying attention. Just nailed that tree again, didn't I? Oh no, look at that, unload unfinished bale. So I can, as long as you turn off the automatic drop. I knew it was. I thought it might have been you had to do over 50%. We definitely need to put a road in here, don't we, just to make our lives a little bit easier and lazier. Long-term plan, that one. I mean, we could gift ourselves the 1.5 million to buy the bit of land, which I still now can't find again because I'm an idiot. Right, the problem is if I drop this off, I've got no way of moving it around you. Oh, I have, yeah, because I got the quota. So unload finished bale, or unfinished bale, sorry, I should say. How'd you come, my friend? Nice. Right, let's chuck you over here just for a second. Fold the baler back up, and no. Fold baler. Thank you. Silly. What did I see in there then? What bit of equipment did I put in there? Oh, the spreader. The weird spreader. I can hear Discord messages coming through. Ah, Keith. I'll catch up with what you're saying shortly, mate. Right, let's have a look here. Let's grab the Kubota. I need to at some point change the... This might be a good opportunity in this series to test some of the additional bale spikes and things that have come out, because I only ever use the Quickie M140 just because it's tried and tested. It's what I used when Mr. Seeley P used my, and kind of gave me the mention on his channel for the way for using it, because I use it for the log collection. So right, so that ain't going anywhere, is it? How heavy is it? I can pick it up because it's only 175 grams, so kilograms. So if I bring you in here, you go, oh, did you go in there then? You did. Right, so we could chuck bales in here technically then. Well, that makes life a little bit easier, doesn't it? Right, good to know. There we are. It's good to test. Yeah, so we could try a few variations of the bale spikes just to see what works. I quite like this Kubota, to be fair. That's quite nice. Chickens. Let's have a little look-sees at you. So what do we have? We only had 12 of these guys, don't we, at the moment? We should probably up that considerably. Well, we got six chickens. Is that all we can have in here? Or can we have more? 10. Right, I think we should get rid of the rooster because he doesn't do anything other than look pretty. I mean, what's, you know, there's not really much point, is there? These guys aren't going to produce hardly anything. Better off getting an actual chicken pasture, as it were. I definitely want to try the fenceless pastures as well this week. I'm going to do a bit of testing with them before I try and do them in game. Because my little hack has now been removed thanks to the Giants update. Some really good things in that update. Some, you know, some good changes, but then I've also heard of some bad impacts that it's had. So yeah, again, mixed bag at the moment for Giants. The question is, do we just chuck, if we take the two babies out, do we just chuck 30 big uns or 20 additional big uns in here and start getting the milk going? Chuck the babies over in there. This pasture over here is probably the better idea then, over this one. Because how many did we say? We did look at this before. How many can we get in here? Only 9. The thing is, can we delete this pasture? So we could, and then I could potentially extend it into all of this with the Creator Field. And then we could have a massive cow pasture. Food for thought. I think that's what we should do, innit? I should grab the 2 little ones out of there, and then fill that with the adults, put the 2 little ones over there. Should we maybe have a breeding pen? So we could have Mummy and Daddy over here trying to breed, get a couple of cows out of them. I don't know. I'm a bit torn on it really as to what to do in this series. I feel like I need to do something a bit different. Right. So that's interesting, wasn't it? We've done that. Have we got? Right. I need to go to the shop and grab the rest of the bits of kit. So I'll do that. I'll see you in a sec. Right then. Let's chuck this into. Can we do work mode? Hang on a minute. Where are we? Work mode. Ground, flatbed, ground. What's the difference? Making a clunking noise, but I don't know what the difference is. No idea. Operating position, fine. So it should pick those up. Right, so we know it works like that, right? So if we do flatbed, Does that mean it won't take them off the ground? Yeah, okay. What's the difference between flatbed then? Why would you want it? When am I picking anything up off a flatbed? Off another trailer? Is that what it's kind of suggesting? Don't know. What are these? 3.5? Oh, it won't tell me because they're stuck on there now, won't it? So, now then, what you should be able to do, I wonder if you can do it on this one. So if we unload the bales, unload here, and then secure them, so then it adds the weight. So there we are, 37,500 litres, 37,500 litres between the 5 bales. That's interesting. That's a bit more than I thought. So we got some bales left on the farm, haven't we? So if I've brought the one trailer over, and then if I go and grab the other one, we can do a quick feed mix for the cows. Definitely need to. This is just naturally the way for me to get to the farm. Need to address this because I don't know. Can I get rid of that rock? I don't know if I could really. I don't know. I mean, could I? How do I get rid of that? Can I use the rock brick? I mean, I could just get rid of that tree, couldn't I, and come at the side here, so leave that in. Yeah, that's probably the easier thing. I could even get the wood out of that tree to do it. Now the issue is here that I've left myself in a position where I'd have to unload these. So stop unloading, operating position. There we are. Unload bales. That way, unload. Oops. No, unload bales here. Move this thing away. Stop unloading. Lovely. Right. Let me go and grab the feed mixer. I'll be back in a sec. Right. I got the key brand over here. The feed mixer. Turn that off a sec. I'm having no end of issues. What am I missing, people? What am I missing? So this door, right, back and forth over the front of that one, right? Fine. So, happy days, there's our hay bales. Yep, lovely. Thanks very much. Why can I not open this? All I can do is that one. Is that a bug? Oh, look at that, you gotta go to the other end. That's weird. Right, okay. Alright. Interesting. So, I've got no idea what the size is for the feed mixer arm, what it accepts. So I think we will be a little cautious. We won't put any straw in just yet. We'll start with the silage and the hay, see where that takes us. Come on, little boat, you can do it. Whoa, not abysmal driving on my part. And before we do anything else, let's unwrap that. You're going to let me unwrap it whilst you're on there? Probably not. Ugh. Thank you. Alright, let's lob you in there. Off you go. See what that does for that. Right, so that gives us 30%, 2,500 litres. So it's not going to be the problem is the straw is going to be a lot less than that, isn't it? So we chuck another hay bale. If we chuck a hay bale in, take us up to 7. Right then, let's have a look here. If I just drop you guys down a sec, make my life a bit easier. What I'll do is, I'm not used to this boat. Get off. What I'm going to do is, off camera, I'm going to swap the equipment around and I'll do the bale forks and stuff. Figure out which one I'm going to use. So, see if I can do it whilst you're on there. Lovely. So, interesting. This doesn't tell me the literage, does it? That's the problem. So we're now up to 8,000 litres. So you got a 4,500. Right there, okay. 3.5 on that, just to make it a little bit more complicated. Should we'll put a straw in, but we'll control it and see, just to pad it out and save on the other bales. So rather than just dropping it in, we'll just take it as far as we can up the green like that, maybe a touch more. Nope, maxed out. Just gonna have a look. Not maxed out. Interesting. Clearly not going in enough, am I? There we go. Nice, nice, nice. And we're 94%, so that's good enough for me. So if we now come down here, you're going to let me tip side. Why can't I not put your food in here? That's where your food goes. Oh, I'm on the wrong side, aren't I? Tip side on the... idiot. Oh my god. There are days, right? There are days where I just think, why am I a farming simulator content creator when I don't know how to play the game? It's genuinely a bit embarrassing, I'm sorry. Sometimes I come up with things and they're good, but the rest of the time I'm a complete moron. Right, excellent. So you guys have at least got some food. Get you started. We need to get you two little dudes out, but I'm definitely going to delete that pasture and see if, like, off camera, see if I can't make it bigger, and stick a load of baby cows over here, because it just feels like that's the better sort of use of the space. Especially, I mean, crikey, you could do all sorts, couldn't we? We could incorporate this part of the field, you know, we could do, you know, have a massive pasture here. Is it a bit too samey? Should we do pigs? I don't know. Let me know what you'd like me to do in this series, something a bit different. And I'll give it a go, because I don't want to be doing the same thing, and it's what I'm doing on Polanyi at the moment. As much as I love it, I'd like to do something a bit different. I mean, I think common sense would say, like, what we should probably do is bring this cow pasture up to here, bring it up there, and then take all of this on as the cow pasture, right? And then that gap then can be swallowed up and we make one massive grass field out of these two. Like longer term, whether I've got to buy the land. Let's have a look. It goes between it. Yeah, so it's just going to be the field, and then I have to click on everything again now to work out off camera which one I've got to buy. So I might give myself the 1.5 million to buy the land, just so we can have a bit of fun editing the farm. But I think that's what we'll do with this. So cows being fed, bales being collected, straw collected. So that's not bad. Let's have just a look at the amounts of food, just so we know where we're at with it. So yeah, it's not a massive, doesn't hold a massive amount, does it? Because already there, just that 11,000, it's not going to give it much more. So, I mean, there's 30 cows aren't going to go through it that quickly. What is it? About 100 cows to about 18,000 a day, is it? There or thereabouts. We're going to be running 2-day months anyway, so we'll be messing around a lot with the feed. Yeah, all right, cool. So the next question then is what do we, hang on, what's, everything's running. I've just left it all on, haven't I? Off with you. And the little Kubota's running. Off with you. I will come back and sort out the tidying this place up. So we're going to need to move you out of the way. The storage feels like a bit of a premium, I gotta be honest. Shed space feels a bit much. So how much was this one? That's 51. I think what we need to do is... no, because we still need to buy the cows. So if I buy those two, we've got that one. Oh, it doesn't give us that though, does it? But if I buy the 1.5 million, it's going to give me all the land, is it? Oh, unless... No. So 51, tell me you don't own it. No, you're there. So it is that one, whichever one it is that controls the land in between. I'm just going to go around clicking on everything again to remember which one it was. I'm so annoyed I found it the other day and then forgot to go back to make a note of it and just be like, oh yeah, it's that one. Oh, no, who knows? And then we just got to decide what we're going to do with our fields, because we got a few things going on. So this little one down here, I mean, it's tiny, it's less than an acre, so I'm almost tempted just to sell that one, let it go. I know we've just done some work to it and justify bringing everything closer to the farm. Because the idea should be that we own this and the expansion of the farm should be in this direction, because we could even get rid of this one. You know, we can maybe buy these up. I mean, if we did that one, that's the same 50. We could put grass in there, make one big grass field there, be quite nice. Plenty to do, isn't there? Plenty to do. I mean, we definitely... Let's buy these. Leaves us with the 46. Right, I tell you what, because it's a bit different, I'm going to cut back in a second. I'm going to go and find which one of these stupid maps it is. I'm going to buy the land, and we're going to do a bit of editing and fun on camera, because I don't generally do that on any of the other series, do I? So, yeah, give me a sec. Right, okay, so managed to figure it out. 114 in the bank. I'll sort that out. It should be 47 that I need to make us good. So, took 4 of these signs. So, before we do anything else, let's get rid of them before I forget and end up with loads of money and having to do a whole load of messing about to sort this mess out. So, it took me ages to figure this out, and I ended up having to go on to Mr. CDP's video to remind myself, because I just was pressing everything. I couldn't find it. So you have to go onto farmland, because when I was doing it on crops, it doesn't work. It's here. It's right there. Whereas if I go to farmland and press the R3, the trigger, basically, that one, farmland 255, there's no... I couldn't see anything that said 255, and so unless someone could tell me otherwise in the comments, but basically hover over that, select it, and you'll be good. And there's 1.532473 for 4,473 pounds to buy. So have bought that. Excellent. Change the time to 0.5, because I'm happy to go into September and to do all the kind of crop planting and stuff. It's not the end of the world, whether we go with barley or wheat or whatever. You know, it's not the end of the world. So what I'd like to do though, save the game over there, please. Thank you. And with our sort of last maybe 5-10 minutes, we'll just have a little play around, shall we, and see what we can figure out. So let's come over here. Let's delete our pasture, and again I'll kind of keep a little eye on things in terms of the costings of everything. I don't want to be taking the mick, but at the same time, I think for the channel and for the series, I should say, not for the channel, for the series, it'd be quite interesting to do something a bit like this, do it a bit different. So get rid of that. So in theory, that would technically take us now, what, 54,000 getting rid of that. So happy days. Right, let's go into... These are all the different cow pens at the moment. So that's the cow pasture, fenceless pasture mod. That's the auto water one, which is definitely what we want. This one will also, I think this definitely does produce the size and everything, doesn't it? Yes, but not milk. Just trying to think if there's anything else to do. No, get out of the horses. No, okay, well let's try the fenceless pasture one then, shall we? We could always build our own fence down the line. Auto water, yes please, because we don't want to be messing around with that. Cannot place fence here. So there we are. So there's the what it would need to be. So it doesn't like that rock, does it? So we'd have to come into the corner there, maybe around the rock there. I mean, I guess it's going to be exactly the same as the little hack that I had, really, isn't it? How close? If we do it exactly the same then, so if we put it there so that the triggers are in this area. Yeah, okay. Let's try that. Yes, I do. So, okay. So if I put, should I put one there? Ah, nice. One there. Oh, what's it colliding with? That's interesting. So if I delete last segment R3, yeah, and then R3, yeah. So we shouldn't have any place now. So maybe it's these stupid trees. I hate you, trees. Right. Okay. So let's just not make a big deal of it then. So let's just come to there. So we got a bit of space to do fence and put one in. Oh, what's it colliding with? Come there. Nice. Right. Okay. So then we can maybe bring it to like across there. Yeah. Okay. All the way up to this corner. There. And then we're going to go... Let's have a look here. So we got a fence, the natural fence, but there. Ah, should we... Could we have deleted that? Right, okay. Hang on. We probably should have. For the sake of to come out of the game and mess around with it, I'll bring it to there. Right? And then bring it to there. Run it right along this hedge line here, this fence line that's already there. There. Keep it within this field. There. Another one there. Where are we going? Can I bring you between the trees maybe? One there. Yes, I can. Yeah, it collides there, so nice there. All the way up to this corner. There. Oh. I said that's it. That's all I get, is it? Okay, that's interesting. Yes. Right, okay. Oh, is that gonna... because I've limed it. Is that gonna be like that every time I zoom out? I think it is, isn't it? So we should have turned that into a grass field, otherwise... Well, we'll test it. I can always do it off camera and fix it. But at least you guys have seen the sort of kind of process I go through when I'm doing this sort of mess. For anyone who hasn't really ventured down this path before. So yeah, interesting. Milk will come out of there, so that's good. This will now allow us to have... How many? 49. It's tiny writing. I couldn't see it. 49. So that's wicked. So we could chuck the 2 babies in here, buy another 47 babies. Have 3 adults over there going at it. Milking like crazy. Grow these over here. How annoying is it 49 and not 50? Grow these guys over here. And then sell the big ones over there and happy days. Have a little production line of cows. And then in theory... And so if I come back into this just to test what we're saying, if I go into demolition mode, can I delete this fence? No, I can't. Interesting. So now what I need to do is find... I would have to find the fence that matches it, which there probably... Well, there must be, mustn't there? What have we got in your... Meadow fence? Is that the same? No. Slightly different. What's that? Homestead pig barn fence? Nope. Small barrack construction fencing. No. Let's try this. Nope. It's not a match. Come on, out. Which one? Nope. There's not going to be a fence that matches it now, is there? Which should just be absolutely typical. Surely we got an animal fence I can put in somewhere. Oh, please. You telling me we haven't got a match? That's ridiculous. Segment type 2. That's the gates. That's the bigger gates. That's just the standard fence. It's going to have to be that one. That's the closest I can see to it, unless I'm being a absolute fool. Unless it's in like... Oh no, it wouldn't be. It'd have to be in fences. There's nowhere else it would be. Chicken fence, mesh fence, full picket, ranch. In the comments, please, if I'm not seeing something. That's quite annoying. But no, anyway, we could build our own fence now, right? Because we know where the tufts are, just about. You can just sort of see them, especially when I zoom. That's the only good thing about having my lime field underneath that. So, just for the... I'll tidy this up properly off camera, because we're now venturing in towards the at least 50 minutes of an episode here. And I haven't even done a nice musical cut. So, let's just... where's our sleep trigger? Back at the front of the farm somewhere? There. Sleep. So, let's go. Let's do it till 9, just so we got a bit of light and see what we're doing. Yeah, I'll tidy this. I'll do it properly again. But it was just to give you guys an idea of what I kind of do when I'm trying to make these things and kind of give you a bit of an idea. So let's go into fly mode. Ah, so the med that hasn't got a problem. It's just on the edges. So could I, in theory, put some meadow grass in there, cover it? Or could I even put grass in there, like that, and then put the meadow grass in just to make sure it's 100% effective. Change you to that. So there we are. So I can easily tidy that up and get rid of it all. So that's quite nice to know. We've still got our access off the road there, which I like. So I'm probably going to end up putting a gate in over there. Yeah, see, so I can still cover that up, which is quite nice. Oh. Maybe I can't. Ah, that's interesting. No, so, but what if I just test that again, just to make sure I'm not going crazy. Change that to a grass like that, and then change it to meadow. Blimey. I apologise for those of you that know about this sort of stuff and do this regularly, then it's going to be boring as sin for you. But there we are. So, nice. That's how you would do it and get rid of that. So that's good. Nice. I'm going to have a little play around with that. And I'm going to end up basically building our own cow pasture, new cow pasture out here. I'm annoyed that I can't do anything about that fence and match it. That's a little bit silly. I mean, we could hedge it, I suppose. That wouldn't be so bad. But I just don't like... I don't like the only hedge that we've got. The only ones I like are the Calmsden hedges, but those aren't obviously available. Oh, unless... Oh, no, it's just patch of grass. How silly is that? That's the same thing. It's not... Is it not that? But I can't... No. Am I missing something? Am I just not seeing it? It's definitely not that. I'm clearly not getting something, am I? These are all gates. They're not fences of any sorts. And this hedge, it's too blocky. I like it, but it's too it's too, like, you know, suburban garden as opposed to farm. So there we are. Yeah, I'll do a little bit off camera messing around, and probably link in then. I'll bring you guys back in at some point when what I might do is, if I mow these off camera, get it done, and then I will turf that up, turn this into one big field with ploughing and messing around, so then we've got one big field, and I'll kind of bring you back in at that point. And yeah, that's sort of a plan for the next episode or two, and go from there. So a little bit of insight into it, a little bit of farming, collecting the mess over there, a bit of messing around, doing some good chat. Like I say, if you do want to come over to the Discord channel, please do so. There's no pressure. If you don't, that's absolutely fine. Just continue to support the channel however you see fit. The most easy way to do that is to subscribe to this and to give any videos a like. So as always, if you are still here, please consider doing that. And until next time, be happy, stay safe, and we will speak again soon. Take care.